Hi everyone, welcome back to the Ouachita News Show. We're excited to be back and bringing you the latest Ouachita news.
As of March 22nd, we have one active COVID case. There was a vaccine clinic for students last Friday and the school secured 500 vaccines. For more updates, check obu.edu/coronavirus.
Last week's weather was really nice and this week's weather is looking just as sunny. Blythe, tell us a little bit more about the forecast for this week.
Good morning, Ouachita weather watchers. We've got some sunshine in the forecast for this week, but we've also got some showers too. We'll see some clouds today, but it will be mostly sunny with temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Be sure to grab an umbrella or rain jacket tomorrow though, because there's a 76% chance of rain with a low in the 40s and a high in the 60s. Friday will be sunny and warmer than Thursday with a low in the 50s and a high in the 70s. As we move into the weekend, we'll see lots of sun and only a few clouds. Saturday will have lows in the upper 40s and a high in the mid 80s. There's a chance for rain on Sunday, but the sun will be out for most of the day, giving us a low in the mid 40s and a high in the upper 70s. As always, predictions are by AccuWeather. I'm Blythe Epp, and that's your 5-day forecast, whether you like it or not.
Thanks, Blythe. We're almost halfway through the semester now, and Rec Life has done a pretty good job of coming up with fun intramurals and other things to keep us active.
That is so true, Caroline. Over winter break, the Rec Life team actually renovated the rock wall in the crag, and they've continued to make updates to it throughout the semester. Here's Hannah Hickman with more about the renovations.
The OBU climbing wall received some upgrades this semester from Rec Life Director Shane Seaton.
The crag has been around actually almost 20 years now, since about 2001, and so it was time for some upgrades, and I had been thinking through what could be done to make the crag better as far as user experience. Paint was one of them, just to kind of make it pop, make it a little more appealing in there, but also having the slab, getting rid of the tape, because when we'd have humidity changes, the tape would fall off, which makes it difficult to know which holds to use. One of the main things that we did change was the flooring, and we put in all flooring that's specifically made for climbing gyms. Currently this semester we have some auto belays where students can just clip in and climb up and they don't have to have a belayer.
The renovations are really nice, especially all the new volume placements. It's been nice. It's been about a year since I've been able to climb here, so that was cool. My favorite part about the renovations is definitely the color-coordinated holes. It's really nice to be able to climb and not have to look for tape, instead just follow the colors.
Seaton enlisted the help of his assistant director as well as a few students to complete these renovations over the break.
My skills plus a little bit of YouTube, I was able to get it done.
For the Ouachita News Show, I'm Hannah Hickman.
The Climbing Center in the Crag is open from 4 to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday. You can also rent camping and other recreational gear from Rec Life by visiting the Crag.
Most students live in the dorms on campus, but there are quite a few upperclassmen who choose to live in apartments. Mackenzie Stewart had a chance to chat with a few of these students about why they chose the apartment life.
Living in an apartment, it feels more like you're adult rather than at a really long Bible camp. We've been able to decorate the apartment in a way that, we like, and it feels very much our own, even though we're still technically, on campus housing.
It's a lot easier to have people hang out at an apartment because you have more space. It's set up to where people can sit around and talk, but in a dorm, you can only have a certain number of people in a room before it's really cramped.
Cooking takes time, so you have to plan and prepare. And the convenience of the caf is nice because someone is cooking and cleaning for you. You're not having to do it yourself. So there is more scheduling and independence that has to go with it, because you're gonna have to do that during your adult life. So why not learn it now?
I think apartment living is way better than dorm living. You get kind of your own sense of independence, and I'm very introverted, but sometimes when I need to see people and need to socialize, it's nice that I'm not restricted by like open dorm rules for guy friends to come over. It's just more private than a dorm, and you don't quite have the community that you do like living in a dorm and having an RA and girls walking down the hall all the time, which was fun my first 2 years, but it's been really nice to have the freedom and independence of an apartment.
The fall 2021 apartment application deadline has passed, but applications to live in the dorms will be due in the next couple of weeks.
We've seen several additions to our faculty and staff in the last few years. Among those is Dr. Natalie Crutcher, a visiting assistant professor in the School of Fine Arts. Jamari Bailey was able to interview Dr. Crutcher about her experience at OBU so far.
The fall of 2019 brought about new faces to campus, not only from the incoming freshmen, but also among faculty. One of those being none other than Dr. Crutcher.
My name is Dr. Natalie Crutcher, and I am a music professor here at OBU. I teach private voice lessons, and I also direct the women's chorus.
Getting to sit down and have one-on-one conversations with Dr. Crutcher was pretty interesting. I was able to gain an understanding of what it took for her to get here, and also how it's been for her so far.
It has been a blessing, a mixture of a lot of things, a lot of learning experiences for me, and a lot of opportunities when I have been blessed and where I've been able to be a blessing, which is what I want to do. First day, the very first day of classes, I had my first rehearsal with women's chorus, and we didn't sing that day, but just same thing, getting to know them and introducing myself. That was my first time directing a collegiate choir, and it was 44 members, and so it was a lot to take in, but exciting to help them create this beautiful music, and my love for it has grown more and more over the past 2 years.
Dr. Crutcher is director of both the women's choir and the Moore Gospel Choir here on campus. For the Ouachita News Show, I'm Jamari Bailey.
Dr. Crutcher serves on the Performing Arts Committee and on the Multicultural Student Programs Advisory Team.
Well, that's all we've got for you this week, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at Ouachita News and at Ouachita Weather Watch.
Social distance, wear your mask, and sanitize, Tigers. We will see you next week with more of the latest Ouachita news.